I wanted to share a little bit about how this journey has evolved already in the last couple of days. I thought of the idea of starting a YouTube channel because there was a new podcast that I wanted to do. And I thought that since these episodes would be shorter, about 10 to 20 minutes, I should also put the videos in full on YouTube. And so Thursday, on a full moon in Capricorn, in the season of Cancer, which culminates or kind of aligns, touches back to the new moon in Capricorn back in January, where I actually started another project, and one in a series of many projects. I posted a first video and I shared my intention for the Inner Fountain, which is the podcast series that I plan to bring onto YouTube, where I open into the pages of a guest journal with them. They open into it with me, or maybe poems or other pieces of self-expression that they want to bring forth. And I still hold that as a beautiful reason to begin this. And I also felt in the last few days some deeper calls. I felt maybe I was meant to do more with this. And I actually felt a little bit of discomfort because it was really different from my other creative projects in certain ways. I feel comfortable being on video, but often I'm reading a poem, whether it's mine or someone else's, and I'm not asked to really be in my authentic, deep presence as I touch into thought and idea and bring it into spoken language, yet I'm looking at my phone. I can do this so easily with voice notes, but I feel like bringing it into video level adds another layer that I'm not very familiar with. And it's really important to me that everything flows from such authentic, deep, true presence, or else why? What's the point? It's not bringing forth what I'm meant to bring forth. So I knew there was there's a deep learning curve and a little bit of discomfort with that idea. And I think what I just realized today, part of it was a discomfort, like a stretch around things that I think I needed to set down and be willing to stretch in. And part of it I realized, I think, was around a sense of so often what I've created, it feels like a piece of art in some form. And I was feeling this, like the separation of that in this, but yet I felt a deep call. I felt for whatever reason, like so many things I was meant to, in some form, and open beyond just episodes of the Inner Fountain. And today, in conversation with a couple of beautiful friends, two ideas emerged that feel so right and that make me feel like I'm starting to understand the textures that I'm meant to bring to this space. And they're actually like really deep learning curves. I've realized, along with just sharing more casual pieces of presence and vision and voice, I do want to learn some filmmaking notes for a few things. And I kind of feel I'm feeling into the balance of art and just casual sharing presence and sharing expression and whatever is meant to come out. And I wanted to just send an update into the perfectly populated void/non-void with where I'm holding this now and the textures that I'm feeling so excited to bring forth over the next month. Some of them are going to take me a while to have the skill set to do. But one thing that I feel so much energy around is I'm going to take these guided imaginings that I sometimes do. I have 3 of them on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and move those over into a video format and create videos to go along with that. And another is, of course, the Inner Fountain. I also want to have shared conversations with people that we bring together into videos, kind of like a video companion to Voice Note Me, one of my podcasts, where we exchange voice notes, kind of like a video note me. It's probably what I'll call it. And then my chapter by chapter podcast, Long Neglected, where I share pieces of the novel draft I'm writing. I also want to bring into this format and create videos that go along with that. Then, of course, just, the shared musings, reflections, dropping in to presence that YouTube aligns with naturally. Maybe also some full moon notes and new moon notes, the inner fountain as well. And then, yes, reading poems, my own and from those in the public domain, and others that are happy to have me read them. And I feel it is this really richly woven fabric that brings so much, that shares kind of soul enlivening beauty and helps share openings into deepest heart and deepest listening and deepest knowing. And I'm really excited about it. And it felt so random at first, but I feel since Thursday, I can feel the pieces weaving and stitching together. And of course, I still don't know the form it's meant to find, but I can really feel into and see the balance of art and what do I want to call it? I don't want to call it non-art, but the balance of art and just casual dropping in, the balance of self and still in conversation with others, and really just beauty suffused through, whether it is visual or simply, the beauty of ideas and just that shared presence. And I definitely know I want nature woven in as well, I'm going to read poems in the grass. I have a wild, unkept backyard with lots of green right now. So I know I'll be in here, and that's what I know now. And I know at first a lot of the things I create will be the more simple pieces, because for some of the other ones I need to learn more with video editing and even these filmmaking notes, for subtle touches. I don't think that production is really ever meant to be a really huge focus, but I do want to learn some of these notes, and I just feel it. So there is the evolution of what kind of just met me on Thursday, with a little bit of complexity, but pull and call, and a sense of openness and not knowing, and there's still mystery, but I actually feel a form gathering, and I'm so excited. So thank you if you've listened and you're interested in this journey. Of course, I'd love for you to subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, please don't. Just follow your flow. I think these initial videos too are helpful in my just learning to drop into space that is so natural for me, which is just like really deep presence, and bringing that forth, but doing it in a video form, which I'm really not very used to aside from here and there. So, and reading poems is a little different. So that's all for now. And happy weekend, happy week.